So as some of you are now aware, I run my own website that is aimed at women either at the beginning of their career path or somewhere along the way and possibly looking for a change. So She Works features interviews with women in a variety of different professions about how they got to where they are and what advice they'd like to pass on. I'm here to talk to you this evening about the most important thing I've learnt since starting this project. But first of all, let's go back. When I got to my second year of university, I started to panic. I remember opening my laptop, going to search for internships, really pleased with myself that I had taken the initiative to search for internships, and immediately stopping. What on earth was I going to search for? What did I even want to do? And then I panicked. School and university lead us to believe that the decisions we make right now have much more gravity than they actually do and chain us to a particular path. The panic I felt stemmed from feeling like I didn't know enough about all the different careers available to me. And this is in part why I decided to start the website. Often when I do these interviews, the women will turn to me at the end and be like, right, you've started a careers site, what do you want to do? And I always feel super embarrassed because I haven't got a clue. And they've just told me about their amazing careers, and I'd love to be like, yes, Susan, chemical engineering is now for me. But that's the thing. I don't need to know what my career direction will be right now. And neither do you. The 10-year plan is not always necessary. Careers are very rarely linear now and will go in a number of different directions. For women especially, there is quite a deficit between men and women at senior levels of employment, and this disparity is why I decided to aim the website at women in particular. Many of the women we interview have moved between many different placements and many different industries. So for example, Daphne Barham started as a human rights lawyer, yet is now a comedian. Many of the women also take a number of career breaks due to various external circumstances. So the first interview we ever did was with Dawn Bonfield, a materials engineer who took a brief break when she had her children, yet she felt she wasn't being taken as seriously and not being put on as many complex projects when she came back to the workplace. And now she's the president of the Women's Engineering Society. So from their stories, the key to success isn't rigorous long-term planning. Instead, it's a willingness to take risks, to not be afraid to fail, and going back and either restarting their current career path or even trying again with a new path. Now, don't get me wrong. If you have a clear view on what you want to do, then that's okay too. But if you find that a couple of months or years down the line, it's not the rewarding, satisfying job that you'd expected, it's okay to think again. Priorities change all the time, and a career is not an outcome for its own sake, but rather something that you should feel good about doing and enjoy doing as well. So, we are not cemented to a single career path straight after university. Whilst there are specific skills that of course can be taught and developed in very specific work placements, the most important things are the core skills which actually you can be taught in any sort of work experience. And these revolve around a willingness to nurture an inclusive and positive culture, wanting to work with others, and most importantly, a willingness to continue learning. I think that it's very easy to leave university and to think, oh my God, I'm so done with education, that's it. But if you want to have a successful career, you're going to have to continue studying, just in a, oh my God, it's happened to me and I'm so worried about this. You're going to have to, if you want a successful career, you're going to have to continue studying, just in a different way. So one interview we had was with Geeta Sidhu Rob, who started as a lawyer, yet her son fell very ill and she found that she had to spend a number of days and nights in the hospital with him, and she was unable to work. I think shortly after she got a divorce from her husband, and this left her with no home and no money. So she decided to pick up some consultancy work, eventually saving up enough to rent her own place. And then in 2008, She used a £2,000 overdraft to start her own company and is now the CEO of Nosh, and it's hugely successful. So external circumstances, whether they be due to pregnancy, divorce, grief, illness, redundancy, they're usually inevitable. But what Geeta did was she used the skill sets that she had developed from both her degree and her movement between different industries and placements to nurture an entrepreneurial spirit, leading her to create a successful business. So what I want to leave you with is, if we're not going to worry about our long-term career plans, what should we be worrying about instead? The diversity of our workforce needs to mirror the diversity of our career paths. For women especially, I urge you to accept career twists for whatever they may be, and to go out there and push through and take risks and fail and try again until you reach the very limits of your potential, and until we start to see a change in the diversity of our workforce. And as I stand before you, a tiny undergrad attempting to preach the wisdom of seasoned career professionals, I created the site as a medium through which you and other students and other women could hear the expertise from the role models you'd never usually get the chance to speak to. So thank you.